Hello guys, and today I'm gonna be showing you how to solo run interception missions with Ivara. And when I say solo run, I completely mean solo run. That means you can go for as long as you want, only if you have the time. So to start off with the arsenal, we have Ivara, her mods,
Ordis is
and this is the interception mods.
I may
Basically what
require
we're going
maintenance
here
after all.
for is some efficiency, some duration, and some range. I put the enemy sense as well too, because we're going to be utilizing her noise arrows, so it does help a lot having enemy radar here. You can, of course, this is no forma, so it's kind of like pretty cheap one. It's something you can do just right away if you just got Ivara. And now, of course, there's a better way of putting this. You can, for example, put prime continuity. You can replace constitution with more duration or more efficiency. It really depends on what you're gonna do, but honestly this is a pretty basic build. Flow really helps as well, just saying. Yeah, everything else is just there just to make her utilize her. What we're gonna be doing is utilizing her prowl and her noise arrow. Before the nerf, before the change, I mean to focus, you could actually, this build was actually meant to utilize her bubble, the invisibility arrow as well. I'm gonna be talking about that later on. So after that, you just need a weapon that's maybe silenced. It does help if it's silenced, just that deals damage just to kill 4, because 4 is the only one that can't be put to sleep, because you're gonna be, as you can see, you're gonna be putting them to sleep. And as you can see by the catalyst over here, it doesn't really matter what this thing has, it just has convert lethality. If it has convert lethality, then it's all good. It's good then. Just have a dagger with convert lethality, have a paraspra, not paraspra, have a damaging weapon, preferably silenced, and now have another, like something like Hiko Prime, Despair, or any throwing weapon. You're gonna be using it to kill off nullifier bubbles, because you killed the nullifier bubbles with help of this, and then you just put the nullifier to sleep when you kill him after that. You can see the build here. It's pretty basic, like cheap build. No potato, no forma, nothing. Just honestly, multi-shot really helps here, and yeah, you can put in some more multi-shot, but you get the point basically. Artemis bow, you don't really need any mods on this because you have your primary weapon, so it doesn't really matter what the hell you put here. But this is my usual cheap build for Artemis bow. That's it. Prisma shade, shade in general, you don't really need them, but I do feel like this does help a little bit if you sometimes fuck up or some shit like that. But that's basically it. Now head over to the operator. You will actually gonna be using a focus tree for this as well, and it's gonna be the Zeneric focus, and you will need to have energizing dash. Now I'm very sorry for people that didn't go for Zeneric focus skill tree. Yes, there's nothing I can help with there, because Zeneric is pretty much essential if you want to focus up. Energizing dash doesn't even have to be maxed. Honestly, I think it's just owning it is well enough. It just requires more time to get to your maximum energy, but it's still possible to solo run. Now we go to Orkin Interception solo. Pick solo, not invite only, or friends only, because if you pick solo, when you pause the game game pauses. So if you need to take a piss or you have some problems, you can just pause the game, go take a piss or shower or whatever you need. And so you just click on solo, you click on Mitra, and with the unvaulting mods, this is a very good place to farm. Now before, like, I've been doing this for quite some time now. I've been doing this when relic relics wasn't a thing, and there was like you could just use one key, and that one key could carry you through the whole mission, basically.
These
Through the endless
towers,
mission.
secret interplanetary communications.
And I'm really sad for that, so kind of like this Ivara received the nerf, that first thing, and the second thing is gonna be
let's get to
focus
work.
change. Now, what you're gonna do is just gonna use your energizing dash, so you get energy, and you're basically gonna stand here until you have enough energy to basically move around in your prowl. Of course, I could probably replace. Replace Constitution with more efficiency, because that does help with your this. But before how it used to be, you could just use Cloak Arrow, and then you would have passive energy regen by your Zenorite, because you would just use it, and you wouldn't need to do anything of this extra stuff where you have to wait and you have to use energizing dash, and you have to wait and you have to use energizing dash, and you have to wait and use energizing dash. I think this is good enough. We don't need completely everything. Now, it doesn't really matter if you prowl here or not, because right now it's just better off to kill everything, which is like a little bit of enemies. You can also press M. Pressing M really helps. But damn it. I think that was a better alert. There we go. Okay, now let me just jump through the map so I can actually see the whole thing. Now you're gonna be setting up the dash fire arrows to make yourself way more efficient at capturing things. Now, the first dash fire arrow is pretty easy. You stand like from here, and you put one here. You basically, yep, this is good enough. Now the second dash fire arrow is from here, there, that. Okay, that's good enough. And the last dash fire arrow, let's make it right here, is from here. Just like that. Whoops. Just like that. There we go. We could probably put them more together, like from here to here. From here to here. Yeah, that's my bad. But whatever. Now you just start capturing point B. I think it's preferred to capture point B. Or point A, I don't remember. But put on your noise arrows, put on your prowl, and start capturing. So what your game plan is going from now.
This tower is ours now.
Just put in your noise arrows there, and that should be enough, I hope. Just like that. Put in your noise arrows and it should
You have captured a
be
radiant tower.
working just fine. I think it's actually better to capture A first, because then people will spawn at A and then you can just silence noise arrows at A. Your probably a question, is this intended by
stream
the
decode now.
And honestly, I don't know if this is a coding issue or not, but they have already nerfed Ivara with the sentient, because before you could, way before, you could cloak arrow your own sentient and you would just run around visible. That would make it super simple. But now it's a little bit more challenging. We got a problem here.
Tower lost.
Okay. Let's see. My bad. There. There we go. So yeah, that's it. I think it's easier to take either A or C, because the enemies will spawn now. Because the enemies will spawn at A, or spawn towards A, they will run towards you, and you can just arrow them. So now you just exit crawl in a safe spot, and you just put in energizing dash. Before you could just cloak arrow, and you would just regen energy no matter what because you have passive energy regen. But now you have to get more button to save the game. And you guys are maybe wondering, but like, well, what do you need the Karist for? What do you need the Cooper Brutality for? And I'm gonna show you, because later on in the game, the enemy scales, and so like 70 rounds, when you get to 70 rounds, the enemies are max level. They're basically 9,999. That's the maximum. Like, I've confirmed for the past year. I don't know how it is. I haven't tried it out like by now, but like 1 year ago, 2 years ago, I'm pretty sure it was the maximum level. I don't know if they changed it. Probably not. So you're basically sitting here until the timer here reaches 100, and when it reaches 100, and you start killing people, that's where your usefulness of your Karist begins, where usefulness of your dagger begins. And so the dagger, very simple to use. You just walk up to them, you sleep arrow them, and you use the dagger, and even if they're level 9,999, you can still kill them. I don't know, man. Will de-nerf
Message
convertibility?
decoded. Leave now.
Maybe.
Alive. Clear out the remaining
But
enemy forces.
I don't think this really explodes the game or anything. It just saves time. Simply said. I just do this and you dagger them. That's it, because of verticality. And use dash wire arrows, please. You can use dash wire arrows to actually run on them, because if you run while you are invisible, you will exit invisibility. So you have to kill like 4 things here, and last one. Oh, never mind. I used to count them. I used to be like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. You need to kill 4 enemies, but that's not the case. Yes. Maybe it is just 5 enemies, but I think it's pretty set. Okay, now you just wait for the next wave. You can preferably go to
the enemy have deployed
a
fierce
capture.
reinforcements. Are you willing to stay and decode more messages?
And you just click battle.
They
and
are
you
broadcasting another message.
And this
Make sure the enemy never receives it.
Forever, as long as you have the time.
Tower online.
I am gonna be trying to show you how Nullify works, and
Tower capture. Beginning stream decode now.
you see them moving like very rapidly.
The enemy have captured
That means
the tower.
they wanna capture it. They move like really slowly. It does help. Just put them in there.
Tower online.
And then it's a bit harder. It used to be way easier. I think I just haven't figured out the path to take here. But I am sure that... Okay, that's good. When this happens, I'm gonna show you how to fix that when this happens. But just basically capture other towers, because they won't. Just capture other towers. But usually you have like 12% opponent captured. But it's like, I'm pretty unsure. I think they randomized the spawn rate.
This tower is ours
I think
now.
they randomized the spawn rate of where the enemy spawn to capture. So that's the reason. You could basically just not touch him. and wait until the timer hits 100%. Or what you could do when he's not moving at all, even with noise arrows, what you could do is put him here. Yeah, that's how the coding works when like there's no command issue. What you could do is just put in a sleep arrow, just kill him. But then you need to watch out for a guy that will randomly spawn somewhere. That will be a guy that will randomly spawn. Oh, there.
We have control of all four.
So when a nullifier spawns, oh, it's not spawning anymore. So when a yeah, have your despair. It does help. So when a nullifier spawns, you just do this, like that, and you just put in sleep arrow. Whoops. Just do like that, and just put in a sleep arrow, just like that, and you just kill him. Boom. And then there will be another guy spawning in somewhere, and it does help looking here because if they start flashing. Where is my dash fire arrow? From here. God damn it. Yeah, sometimes you do fuck things up, and you end up having to do this. Here, back there. Oh shit.
We have lost control of a tower.
Yeah, this is very unfortunate events. You might have some fuck-ups here. Don't time it right, which I didn't. But that's basically how you go on for it. You can go on forever. It's just you go way smoother. But yeah, the focus change does hurt this strategy a bit. I guess that's basically it. Thank you for watching, guys. You can go on forever. We'll be off with some highlight videos later on. Okay guys, now I'm gonna be showing you how to deal with War. So War just spawned in. He spawns at like round 3 usually. So he just spawned in. This is where you will need your main weapon, and that is your Paris Prime, and you just shoot him with a Paris Prime. Whoops. And you just shoot him with a Paris Prime. Oops, you shoot him here, man.
Let it be known,
just shoot him like
if
this.
the Tenno wants true salvation, they will
I mean, not
lay down
Paris
their
Prime, but I mean
arms
like
and wait for
primary
the
weapon. You just have a primary
darkness
weapon,
of Mayanis
and you just shoot him
Key.
with a primary weapon.
I
Just like that.
was cut in half, destroyed,
And now
but
you can
through
go
its
back.
Yanis
Do not
key,
waste
before
energy.
it
Go
called
back
to me,
down to like a safe
it
spot.
brought me here,
And you
here
just
I
do this.
was reborn.
And that's how you deal with War. Pro tip as well, it does help to watch a stream in the background, or like find a video in the background so you can keep yourself company. When I'm doing this, I usually don't, but it just popped into my mind that you can do that. So if you want to like farm for 5 hours in interception missions and watch a stream at the same time, then sure, you can do it if you have a second monitor or if your PC is good with all tabs. Thank you for watching, guys, and goodbye.